Let me see your despair.
Go, my friend.
Victory gleams like the sunlight.
There's a Hypogean ritual here as well!
Fate is ever brimming with ill intent. Let us destroy the altar as before.
Yes! Let's end that special Hypo Fiend and destroy the magic circle!
Brilliantly done.
Goddess above, let your wrath cleanse this world of evil.
From what we read earlier, this cycle, could it mean the time loop in Cedar Town? Could the ritual be related to it?
Final sacrifice. Awaken. What do they seek to do?
I need your help. Please accompany me to White Ridge Temple. I must meet the Hierophant. He needs to know what happened here. 2 holy temples have fallen into darkness. All of this happened right within the vicinity of White Ridge Temple, and at this joyous time of celebration as well. Dura above... This cannot be.
Are you alright, Callahan? You look pale all of a sudden.
No, I'm fine. I've been on the road for too long, and now to encounter something like this. I am a little tired, both physically and mentally. But no matter how tired I am, I must go meet with His Excellency. As an acolyte of the faith, I must do my duty. Only the Hierophant can stop this.
But isn't the Hierophant ill? He didn't even attend the ceremony earlier. He probably hasn't recovered yet.
The Hierophant is ill? I didn't know about this. May Dura However, even if he is ill, the Hierophant needs to be informed of this. What is happening here is blasphemy against our faith and our goddess. This cannot be tolerated. Even if His Excellency cannot purify the evil himself, he can report the matter to the Central Temple Authority, and they can send an exorciser.
Should the architect of these events be a hypogene, even the Hierophant shall not suffice to stop it. It may require the hand of a god to intervene. However, you are correct. His Excellency must be informed of what has occurred as soon as possible.
Come on then. We'll escort you to White Ridge Temple to find the Hierophant.
Fortunately, my skills remain unblemished. Ah, a familiar battlefield.
Go, my friend. Brilliantly done.
I feel much better now. Thank you for the herbs. They were helpful.
You
seem to really trust and respect the Hierophant.
Of course. Hierophant Novik is the wisest and kindest man I've ever met. Since the founding of the White Ridge Temple, he has been its most illustrious leader, and one of the Hierophant's most favored by the Divinum Centrum. Said that more than 1,000 years ago, the goddess sent down a divine message asking the people to find a holy place to build a temple to guide those of the faith. According to historical records, the goddess sent an emissary to convey her message, but the book did not record the name of the messenger. The people here have always believed devoutly in Dura since ancient times. Without the blessing of the goddess, the people wouldn't have been able to defeat the Hypogeans. The land would not be what it is like today.
Without her, overcoming the Hypogeans is an impossibility. The strength of so-called heroes and mortal beings is not compared to the powers of a god.
What did you just say, Volka?
It's of no import. Let us depart for the temple.
Wait a moment. I apologize, Lady Valka, but you may need a cloak. I'm not saying that a Graveborn cannot enter the temple. It's just less complicated this way.
Do not worry. I understand.
White Ridge Temple. We're finally here. Anyone would be moved by the grandeur and piety of this place.
It's so quiet here. There are no guards anywhere. No one's even talking.
Because this is a sacred place for contemplation. Look, that's the statue of St. Callahan, the patron saint of White Ridge and the first caretaker of this temple. My parents named me after him, hoping that I would become a man of virtue like him.
Miss.
How can anything be amiss here? Oh yes, that's right. Words from the goddess's teachings. All right, please follow me. I'll show you around.
Is this? A few pages fell out.
Probably from one of my careless brethren.
Up at 4:30, morning prayers at 5. Wow! It must be hard to be an acolyte. Saying goodbye to your comfortable bed so early in the morning? Shippy would cry!
The turnip soup was too salty.
The Hierophant plans to appoint 2 new priests to the temple. I can finally meet His Excellency.
Bless Dura above. This brother is as faithful as I am. This is the Saints' Gallery where we'd often discuss the ancient texts. But there's no one here today. I know many brothers and sisters leave on the temple's business, and the rest may be out in the backyard working.
Maybe we are worrying too much. It looks normal here.
Usually quiet today.
The constellations guide us to victory.
Well, just good. That's some progress.
It's so quiet out here. Not even a voice can be heard. Is this a common occurrence?
Not really. Perhaps everyone is praying in the temple?
We can look inside the temple from the windows.
It's hard to see through the stained glass windows, but I do see figures inside.
Maybe there's a special event going on. I'll ask someone later.
How come you're here, Brother Callahan? Aren't you supposed to be at St. Kinga's temple?
That's the reason why I'm here. Something's happened. We have urgent matters to tell the Hierophant.
His Excellency hasn't been in great health lately. Therefore, we have suspended all religious activities to allow the Hierophant to rest and heal in peace.
No wonder there's no one here. Can we meet His Excellency? Our Magister is a great mage who knows a lot of healing magic.
We have acolytes who are skilled at healing. The Hierophant does not want his illness to spread to others, and he needs peace and quiet to recuperate.
But something bad has happened. Cultists were performing Hypogean rituals in the other temples. There's also a time loop in Cedar Town. It's gone nuts. We need to see the Hierophant and let him know what's going on.
Hypogean rituals? Time loops? What are you babbling about?
Brother Zanius, I saw 2 Hypogean altars at the other temples with my own eyes. Please let us speak with His Excellency. He needs to know what's happening.
Please let us in.
I apologize. The rules of the temple are very strict. I cannot disregard the edict being enforced. Guests cannot be allowed in. However, Acolyte Callahan is one of our own. so I can make an exception and allow him to meet with the Hierophant.
It's up to you, Callahan. Tell him what's happening.
Rest assured, I will report everything that happened in full to His Excellency.
What course lies before us now?
I think we should go to Cedar Town again. If the previous two rituals were really related to the time loop and we destroyed the altars, Cedar Town should return to normal. That's my hypothesis.
Hammy's usually right. Let's go check it out. It seems that all the festival attendants have disappeared. Did the time loop stop?
No. Something feels amiss.
Chippy also feels like something is wrong. Look! There are so many snowmen here now. Magister, look at this snowman. Does it look familiar somehow?
Are you hamsters? I've never seen such teeny tiny squishy cuties before. Whoa, it's the princess. You're super duper pretty. Oh, Princess Your Highness. You're really, really pretty. Wanna build a snowman with me? Yay! Let's build the biggest snowman ever!
Chippy remembers now. Wow, this snowman is so lifelike. Even its expression is so similar.
Hey, where did the princess go? Shouldn't she be waiting here for us to build a snowman?
Maybe she went somewhere else. Don't worry though. She has that big knight as her bodyguard. Nothing will happen to her. Magister, look over here. There are a lot more snowmen than before.
But where did the people who built these snowmen go?
Did they all leave town?
Of course, we have to go to the festival first. We still have to prepare food and equipment for the adventure. And it's best to make plans before going into the swamps.
True. These tales of the lost have been going around for years. They can wait until we're done with the festival. It's you guys! I finally found you! Where did you go? You promised to join me in the festivities. Princess! So you were here! Are you alright?
Me? Yes, I'm fine. You were the ones who went and disappeared on me.
Princess! Ah, and new friends! Nice to meet you! I'm Kristoff. Should I know you? I can't recall. Livia, have we met them before?
No. You must have mistaken us for some other people. Missing 2 people.
I don't think so. It's always just the 2 of us. Anyway, let's go to the festival first. Oh, how about we have a snowball fight?
Snowball fight? Oh, let's all join in and see who's the best. You only have 2 people. We have 4. How about I join your team? Then it'll be fair.
Your Highness, where is Sir Rodrigo?
Rodrigo? He... Oh, yes. I asked him to go back to the castle to retrieve my gown. Don't worry about him. He isn't here, so let's try and have some fun.
Strange. It's different this time.
I need to be confident. I can do this. I know I can.
Mister, are you still trying to propose?
Yes, what do you mean still?
Is Miss Kaya your girlfriend? Where is she?
Shh! Quiet down! Don't let Kaya hear you. If I could skate around and make a beautiful heart on the ice, and then get down on one knee in front of the cheering crowd? Dura above, how romantic would that be? She'll definitely say yes to that. This is once in a lifetime. Oh, my heart is about to jump out of my chest. I need to be alone and calm down.
There's still a time loop here. Only this time, Cedar Town is getting weirder and weirder.
Those 2 wanted to go on an adventure, but they didn't even remember their friends, even though there were 4 of them at the beginning. And the man who wanted to propose didn't even notice that his fiancée was missing. Was he going to propose to a snowman or something?
Time is still on repeat, and the festivities continue. But the townspeople have dwindled, and the snowmen have multiplied.
Yes, there were some new snowmen last time we discovered the time loop. This time, there are even more.
A dark thought crosses my mind. Could it be?
What? Oh no.
And as the time loop continues, there seems to be more and more snowmen.
That's horrible. Can they change back?
If our suspicions are indeed correct, Cedar Town must be entangled in a peculiar plot. It may be connected to the hypogenes. It's imperative that we promptly decide on a course of action and communicate this matter to the authorities of White Ridge.
But the Archduke doesn't seem to be in Cedar Town. Should we go to the castle and find him? Or did he turn into a snowman too?
That's difficult to ascertain at the moment. Even if the Archduke avoided becoming a snowman, gaining entry into his castle may prove difficult.
The Acolyte should have already reported the evil rituals to the Hierophant. Let's go to the temple to see what's being done about the situation. If the Hierophant confirms the Hypogean rituals, the Archduke will take the matter more seriously.
It's you again. Apologies, but like I said before, the Hierophant is currently not receiving any guests. Of course. However, His Excellency has not given any instructions. Or if he did, I was not told, since I'm only responsible for guarding the entrance.
But how come the Hierophant isn't saying anything about what's happening? Does he not care about the people here?
It's not your place to judge the Hierophant.
Don't you understand? The people of Cedar Town are trapped in a time loop. They've all turned into snowmen. Maybe the Hypogeans are doing something. We have to see him.
I don't care about time loops and the like. My first priority is to ensure that His Excellency has the peace and quiet he needs to recuperate.
You're going against Jura's teachings. You don't care about the people of Cedar Town at all.
Without the express permission of the Hierophant, I cannot let you in.
Please go consult with His Excellency. We assure you we shall remain outside.
Out of the question. We cannot disturb the Hierophant's rest.
Why, you?
If you barge into the temple, you will be punished by the goddess herself.
Wait. He's right. We ought not to trespass on holy ground. I apologize if my associates have been somewhat hasty. Since His Excellency is not receiving visitors, we shall take our leave.
Valka, what are you doing?
Shh. Lower your voice. Follow me.
So, what are you planning, Valka?
I suspect that something is amiss within the temple's walls. They are preventing the Hierophant from seeing anyone. It's possible that he's under house arrest. If this is true, they must be expecting that someone will inevitably find out. We would face losses if we were to force our entry. I have a friend who is likely to possess a method for us to infiltrate the temple undetected.
Infiltrate? Yes, that's a great idea. We can get more information if we don't alert them. People always say that being hasty won't amount to anything.
Let's go find your friend first. Shippy really hopes that Callahan isn't in trouble.
Curious. Is she not here? Perhaps she is praying and did not hear us.
Your friend lives in a crypt?
Indeed. This is Carolina's home. This place was once the ancestral mansion of her kin. Her family was once one of the 3 great noble families in these parts.
It was. What about now?
Now, similar to the remnants here. Dead, decayed, and forgotten. Time is of the essence. We cannot afford to wait idly for her here. Come with me. Let us seek the undead flames to unlock the door. They are known among mortals as will-o-wisps. We can utilize these flames to light the lamps on the door and thus gain access.
So, these undead flames are like keys. Is the place where they're kept far from here?
Carolina holds a deep-seated love for this estate and has never left its confines. And the so-called keys reside within the ruins of the mansion.
Chippy has a question. If you put your special key where others can get it, doesn't that defeat the purpose of locking your secret door?
In truth, having a secure door is inconsequential. It may be essential when one is alive. However, for us who have experienced death and endured for eons, wealth and material possessions are of no import. We've witnessed those that we hold dear pass away one by one. Our surroundings slowly change into the unfamiliar until no link remains. In the end, we can only live in the ruins of our past, reminiscing and suffering the torture of our memories. People here fear us, cursing our names and ostracizing us. They wouldn't even dare come near, let alone steal or rob from this place. Locking the door serves more as a ritual, a memento of sorts. It gives us the feeling that we are not entirely dead, and provides a semblance of our former lives.
I didn't know becoming a Graveborn was so dreadful.
Not every Graveborn is subjected to such pain. Let's not dwell on it. The undead flames lie amidst the ruins of the main manor. We need to open the door as soon as possible. That is the undead flame. However, there is but a single flame present here. Odd. There ought to be a pair of flames together.
Did someone steal it? Or did it secretly run away? Chippy has heard that some will-o-wisps like wandering around.
This type of flame does not typically wander off on its own, and there appear to be no human tracks in the vicinity. There are a few puzzling marks in the area. They appear to have been left at the main manor. But these were not created by humans, and they do not seem to be the tracks of animals. Let us venture further into the valley to the east. That region was once Carolina's family garden, and further along, there is a clearing that served as a small hunting ground, which, naturally, was also a part of her property.
What kind of person is she?
When I perished in battle, Carolina had not yet been born. When we crossed paths inadvertently, she had already transformed into a Graveborn. I was surprised when I saw her. She was a noblewoman, unassuming and tranquil as a peaceful lake. What cause had the god of death to bestow the Graveborn curse upon her?
How did she become a Graveborn?
All I know is that her family maintained a deep connection to the temple. If we wish to gain entry into White Ridge Temple, she may possess the means to help us. As to how she became a Graveborn, she never disclosed it to me, nor did I inquire. And indeed, I had no desire to ask. Back to the task at hand. Let us be off.
Flame isn't here. Let's keep going.
This was her family's garden. I recall Carolina mentioning that in her youth, she was fond of boating, and her father had a love for fishing. Playfully, she would churn the waters to frighten away the fish that were nearly caught. Her father never grew angry, but would chuckle, lift her up, and tickle her with his beard. It paints a lovely picture, does it not?
It does. It's a shame that Chippy and Hammy don't have parents. But it's all right. We have the Magister. What else did Carolina say?
With the passage of time, although the Hypogeans had vanished, their minions continued to roam the land. Numerous wars broke out, resulting in the deaths of many, Carolina included. She was granted the protection of the temple, and despite her becoming a Graveborn, the Acolytes silently allowed her to reside near the temple's grounds.
Why is that? Aren't all the people scared of the Graveborn here?
Carolina voluntarily sought to enter the temple in service to the goddess. Had she not met an untimely death, it is quite plausible that she would have become a saint, garnering the praise and admiration of the people. Therefore, to slip into the temple undetected, she is our best chance. No one is more knowledgeable about that building than she.
Good defense and offense.
This is our victory!
We found it. So, these ice elementals were responsible for bringing the undead flame here.
These ice elementals are stronger than any I've seen. Must be the cold of White Ridge Mountain. I wonder if they can be taught some manners. It's quite rude to take things without permission.
Is this a part of Lady Carolina's territory too?
Indeed. This was the family's forest and her father's favorite hunting grounds. Her brother would occasionally visit to capture creatures for his research. Yes, when he was among the living, her brother appeared to be a well-versed scholar of magic, and the siblings shared a close relationship.
Among the living?
He too has now become one of the Graveborn. Her brother prefers to avoid the company of others, and even I seldom have the chance to see him. Now that we've located all the undead flames, let us return and unlock the secret door.
The medicine's more potent, so the price needs to match.
Let's...
Where are you, Carolina? I have an urgent matter that requires your assistance.
Is she out?
I've never seen her leave the manor since she became a Graveborn.
How could she even stay here? Hmm? Do you hear something?
Sounds like footsteps.
Callan, where is Carolina? We have urgent business with her.
Outsiders. Threat. Carolina. You must leave. Leave now.
Callan! It's me, Valka.
Eliminate threat.
Just saying, we don't sell rip-offs.
Apologies. Callan is now more machine than man. He's forgotten himself and can only follow simple instructions. I hope he didn't hurt you all. Let me introduce myself. I am Carolina, and this is my brother, Callan. You must be friends of Valka. Welcome. Welcome, Magister. I'm truly sorry for what happened earlier. What can I help you with? So, you need to enter Whiteridge Temple. Something may have happened there. I have an ominous feeling that danger is near.
Did you discover something?
A miasma of madness and fear surrounds the place. For more than a month, this sense of dread has become stronger every day.
Tell me, Carolina, are you still denied access to the temple by the Acolytes?
Well, I am a Graveborn, after all. It's already kind of them to occasionally allow me to visit the cemetery and pay respects to my parents. But you have to go to the temple. Perhaps it's best if we report this to the Central Temple Authority and wait for them to send someone.
But it'll be too late for those stuck in the time loop.
Carolina, we have to go. It's my duty.
Duty. All right, I understand. I can take you to the secret passage that leads to the temple, but I can't go in with you. My duty now is to stay and protect my brother.
Protect Carolina. Do not leave. Do not let outsiders enter.
Fear not, brother. I'll be back soon. Just wait for me here.
Order accepted.
I am grateful, Carolina.
down from this tomb, follow the main passage, and you'll reach the interior of the temple.
The inscription here says, "Here lies Carolina Radinov, a maiden with a soul as pure as snow. May she forever sleep in divine light." Is this your grave?
It is. So you don't need to worry about disturbing the dead here. I'll allow it.
Thank you, Carolina.
The temple used to be my safe haven, my home. I don't want anything to happen to it. Lady Velka, you are a hero who fought alongside my grandfather. I implore you to protect this temple and all those who need defending.
I am no hero, but I vow to do all that I can.
May Jura bless you all.
Victory worth celebrating.
This Hypofiend kept muttering about the Hierophant and a ritual.
I fear that what transpired at the previous two temples may repeat itself here.
That monster mentioned the Hierophant several times. Oh no! What if the Hierophant turned into a monster as well?
It's pointless to discuss the situation now. Let us go in and uncover what has transpired. Time is of the essence. Let us hurry. lower your voice. It's as I feared. The temple here is also conducting a Hypogean ritual, just like the previous two.
These cultists have taken control of the temple. The Hierophant must be in danger.
I agree. Should we sneak in quietly, we can take them by surprise.
If we don't alert them, we'll have a chance at rescuing the acolytes.
Therefore, I suggest we enter quietly and evade any potential ambushes. It would be ideal to discover those orchestrating the ritual and neutralize them in one fell swoop. Let us proceed with caution.
Let's keep training to keep growing.
The false goddess Dura has abandoned us. But the true god has sent a messenger. He has shown us the voice of the Great Will. Oh, Great Will! We offer everything to you. Hear us!
Is our victory!
victory!
It's finally over! How did the Hierophant become like that?
To my knowledge, Hierophant Novik was an exemplary believer. In the years since he came to White Ridge, even as a Graveborn who seldom goes out, I have heard many speak highly of him. Though I have never interacted with him myself, Carolina has spoken of him often, praising him as a kind, devout, and trustworthy man who treats both the Graveborn and humans without distinction. Carolina held him in great respect. She will be deeply distressed to learn that I was unable to save him.
But why would someone as devout as him fall from grace? What's happening here?
I struggle to understand. The Hierophant was revered by both the temple and the community. He had no reason to betray the divine light. What kind of threat or temptation could shake his faith?
Could it be the Great Will he spoke of? What in the world is that?
Even I have never heard of that in 2,000 years. The evil rituals, the fall of the Hierophant, and the time loop in Cedar Town. These can't be mere coincidences. They must all be connected to the Hypogean. I have witnessed their power, and understand that they can pull everything into the abyss. We have lost too many lives. Callahan placed his trust in us, and sought our assistance. Yet we failed him, and left him in that temple to confront death alone. 2,000 years ago, I could not manage to do anything right. And the same holds true in the present.
You've done so much already! Despite the people's fear of the Graveborn, you still did your best to help them! Things must have been really tough for you. Even though this isn't the result we hoped for, please don't hold it against yourself! If you must point fingers, then include us all because we faced this together!
I apologize. My thoughts are rather disordered at the moment. I will uncover the one responsible for this, and ensure they are punished.
So, where should we begin our investigation?
Since the Hierophant is dead, and the evil rituals are over, could the people caught in the time loop have returned to their normal lives?
Hammy has a point! Let's head back to Cedar Town and the Hot Springs Inn!
Let us divide our efforts for efficiency. I will make my way to the Frozen Paw, while you proceed to Cedar Town. Regardless of the outcome, let us agree to reconvene at the dance venue in Cedar Town afterward. Does that suit everyone?
All right, it's settled then! forget something important? Why hasn't the time loop ended yet? Chippy sees more and more snowmen. Princess Yelena has gone missing too. Could she?
I don't see any snowmen that looks like Princess Yelena in town. She might be at the ball, or back at the castle. Hopefully, she'll have some new findings. Let's hurry and head to the dance venue.
The state of the hot springs inn has worsened. Nearly everyone has turned into a snowman.
The same goes for Cedar Town. Those who haven't become snowmen are sounding more lost, and their thoughts are getting increasingly muddled. And Princess Yelena is missing. She was there the last 2 times we returned.
Princess Yelena. Remember how she suddenly screamed in panic while we were dancing?
Uh-huh. We all thought you had scared her.
What exactly happened?
I attended the ball to experience, if only briefly, what it might feel like to be truly alive. It was surprising indeed to see Princess Yelena at the opening ceremony. She had no reason to be there.
Why?
A grave-born acquaintance of mine mentioned that Princess Yelena succumbed to a grave illness a year ago.
What? How is that possible? She seems so lively and healthy. She even joined us for the festival. Plus, she doesn't look like a graveborn at all.
Falca, how reliable is your source? The princess we saw looked nothing like a graveborn.
I too harbored doubts, which is why I inquired directly at the ball whether she was truly Princess Yelena. I did not expect her to react so strongly. Yes, that was my mistake. I shouldn't have asked such a question in that setting.
I do recall her guard confirming that she had been seriously ill.
This is super weird. Falca, do you have any proof? Chippy still finds it so hard to believe. We had so much fun playing snowball fights a few days ago. Can you take us to that friend of yours, Falca? Chippy wants to hear them say it for real.
Sure. Hopefully he will be able to clear your doubts.
A bit of experience, a bit of luck.
My friend Ludovic lives alone in this Duskmire forest. He rarely sees anyone and isn't keen on engaging with the outside world.
What if he doesn't want to see us?
Please do not be concerned. I shall present him with a gift. Trust me, I know something he cannot possibly decline.
What is it?
Blue spirit root. It's a rare plant that glimmers with a gentle silver light at night. Perfect for making pigments.
Pigments? Does Ludovic like to paint?
He does. He was renowned throughout the duchy for his exceptional painting skills. He once mentioned that there's a blue spirit root in this forest, but it would take some effort for him to obtain it alone.
We've got this! With the four of us, we can definitely get this blue spirit root to make him happy! Let's go! If it weren't for Chippy's quick moves, Chippy would have gotten hit. This tree trunk is all rotted out. No wonder it fell so suddenly.
You guys hear that? What kind of animals are making those strange noises? It's so strange.
Those are no ordinary creatures. They're hawk moths, native to this forest. They are aggressive towards outsiders who dare to invade their territory.
Is Ludovic really living in this scary place?
Don't worry about him. Hawk moths rarely attack the Graveborn.
But we're not Graveborn.
Even the trees here look all twisted and scary. I think we should get out of here quickly.
All right, here comes Sir Chippy. Stand back while Chippy chops through this tree in a flash. Let Chippy give this tree a little taste of his sword. That's odd. Chippy hit the tree with every swing, but it won't budge at all.
My spells can't seem to scorch it either.
Let us seek an alternative route. I recall there being another path nearby that leads to...
Valka?
My memories of this forest are growing rather indistinct all of a sudden.
Wait, what's happening? Even Valka seems to be affected.
Perhaps this forest has been influenced by the situation in Cedar Town. I have not experienced anything like this previously.
Is it possible that the after effects of the time loop are impacting this area? We have to hurry and fix this.
I really hope I'm mistaken. For the time being, let us proceed and discover where this path may lead.
is our victory!